right, friends, we did it. Episode 10. I guess we call this episode X in the McGrouchville. I don't know if we're allowed to copy that, but hey, we're going to roll with it. And it's been a couple of weeks since our last episode. So if you tuned into episode 9, spoiler alert, you've had a couple of weeks. The U.S. lost. We didn't finish the entire review, but you can go back and check out the highlights. So that's kind of how it's been. I've been mopey in the McGrouchville. How are you fellas doing? We've got the gambler Landon.
What up, though?
And brother Chris. So I just gave you my nonsense, and we made it to episode 10. So how are we feeling?
It's pretty small milestone, but every day you guys just gotta keep going, and as long as you don't stop, you never fail.
You hear this guy? He said milestone like he likes work. Only work people say milestone.
I know. I feel like that's like a Michael Jordan meme or something.
I mean,
taking and missing 3,000 shots and things, right? Yeah.
I mean, you can do milestones for anything, any type of achievement. So, like a milestone, like if you're working out, hey, you lost 10 pounds. Hey, there's your milestone.
Some people go the opposite way, and they gain 10 pounds that they're trying to lose 10 pounds. So I'm sure the audience can relate.
Yeah, I should take the moment to shout out to the esposa. She has lost 20 pounds, 25 pounds. Nice. Something silly. Like something ridiculous, man. Yeah, absolutely. If we were bigger, I would definitely get promotional money from the organization that she partnered with, and we'd be rich because they're magic people. Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have gone that route.
It's like 5 bones a month, so you probably don't. It's lofty. It's pretty lofty, but it's effective.
Yeah. I mean, but still, it's like they have all these programs like, oh, we'll pay you to lose weight. It's like they could have done that over 100 pounds ago, and don't know how much money I would have had, but still.
You could have been like the Jenny Craig kind of spokesperson. Or Landon's never seen it, so
that's
like,
I've never seen it.
Do I know this Jenny?
Do I know this Jenny?
Isn't there like a Juliana something?
Oh man!
Or am I thinking of
Jillian Michaels?
She is a person. She is a celebrity.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. Yeah.
And we'll leave it at that.
Oh goodness!
Yeah. I just finished the finals watching Pop Culture Jeopardy on Amazon Prime. Have you guys watched that?
I don't even know if we have Amazon Prime.
Have Prime? Did you cut Prime from your
house? That's true. I lied to your face because there's packages that show up every day.
So you're missing out because it's part of the package. It's no extra. Yeah. Yeah. Colin
that's for all the shout outs of dads and husbands out there who, hey, yeah, you know what? With all those packages that are coming out to your door, you should have a TV app now with multiple movies and shows to watch. So there you go.
Yeah. Here's
your free plug.
Forget. Yep. And there's some good stuff on there. Some good content. Yeah.
I don't know. This could be just me. Is like I feel like I never order anything from Amazon. Like if I do order stuff, it's like directly from like the website I want. Because like I don't know. For me, it's always like a pain in the neck to try.
I wonder if that's a generational thing or a single guy thing. I mean, I guess if I were a single,
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I mean, he's like, forget this.
I'd rather go straight to the source, especially like it seems like it's so confusing every time. If I do order something like Amazon, it's like, oh, sign in. It's like, oh, here's your password. Here's a one-time password, and like the one-time password never comes in. Then like, what am I supposed to do?
Wait a minute.
Use the same one for everything.
I have questions. So you can use Amazon not as a full-fledged member.
I mean,
you can just buy something from them without paying them $100.
Yeah.
I thought you could.
You can, like, if you're not a Prime membership. I mean, the audience can fact check. I think you can directly buy something off of Amazon,
but you don't qualify for Prime.
But you don't qualify for Prime.
But no, I mean, it feels like every time I try, it's like I gotta sign in and like create an account or whatever, and then like But then, like, if you don't know your password, it's like, oh, here's a one-time code, and that one-time code never comes in, or it's like, or like the one-time code comes is like, oh, enter your password to get your one-time code. It's like, that's what I'm trying to. I don't know. It's been a while. I just know I've always had problems
Let me
with
tell you,
Amazon.
it's safer to not have that, Prime membership, because they take the friction out of purchasing. You don't even have to think, man. Yeah, it just
Money comes in
yeah,
and then goes out.
Packages arrive on the door. The dogs bark. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Every day.
Every day. If they skip a couple of days, I swear, like they do welfare checks to make sure that Leslie's okay. They knock on the door. They're like, "I don't have a package today, so I want to make sure you're okay, man."
It's true. You'll know their names and everything.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a sad life. So there's your married advice.
Yeah, more like a married life, but.
Oh man, and it's always, and you don't even know what comes in. It is like Christmas.
They stack up, man. Last week there was like 6 packages stacked up in the foyer, and I didn't open them. They're not for me. I have no idea.
What's really confusing is you can, like, on the ones that have the packaging and it's medicine. It's like, what is this? I mean, we just do not live a healthy lifestyle, I guess, in this household, because constant doctor visits and medicine.
Well, I'm the return guy. I'm the returner. I'm like literally, Devin Hester out there in Amazon return land. I try to find the most efficient location to make my returns. So I ran into a cluster bomb it was one day last week. So I've visited several different UPS stores. I used to work right next to a UPS store for like 3 years, and it was very convenient because I just walk right next door, boom, done, gone. Well, I don't do that any longer, right? So, I mean, I've ventured into Nashville, hit that market, came back, hit the supercharger at the Rock and Dough. That was pretty legit. Very, very, I did that last week. That was a very efficient UPS store trip. But then I went back to home base of Clarksville, and it was absolutely putrid. It was a long wait. Guys, let me tell you this experience. So it's a pretty small package. I think it was a pair of jeans or something that she was returning, and some Levi's. Shout out Mark Crouch. And, so there's two, like at the main desk, there's like 2 or 3 ladies, and they're like, they're moving bureaucratically efficient. It's not the usual hustle and flow that I'm used to. And then there's this gentleman, and I'm saying that very kindly. He's in the corner pocket there, and he's like, I can help. Who's next? I can help. Who's next? What does that mean to you? I'm going to help you, right? So I walk up, and I get bombarded by this self-kiosk, a self-service kiosk. I didn't realize it was a self-service kiosk. The screen came on. I'm standing there with the jeans, and he's looking at me like, well, sir, oh, here we go. Here we go with the sir. Well, sir, you have to take the bag. And it's at this desk that looks like it's an arts and crafts fair. And I'm like, I'm not trying to make or produce anything. I'm trying to actually get rid of things and put money back into the proper account here where this came from. So it was the cellophane bag dispenser was kind of built in like a nice little, like, bougie little cubby. I didn't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not here to work, bro. I'm not. I'm not here to get on the payroll. You are. You said you'd help me. And he made me feel like this jackass. I'm like, oh, okay, man, that's it. Like, dude, you didn't tell me, hey, this is a self-service. You're on your own. And that would have been aces. I would have been happy. I'm like, well, man, I'm pretty self-sufficient. I can navigate technology. I can do the things. No. He was just like, he just wanted to be like superior, and that's okay. I'll give him that. He was superior in the moment. It's fine. But I left with a mental ninja star. I was like, this is my skull. Man. What just happened? What just happened? That was
Oh,
terrible.
man.
I'm telling you, UPS stores always get like 10 out of 10 out of 10 like rankings, 5 out of 5 stars. This one was brutal. And I know they're privately franchised. I'm not gonna go like that far, but just beware of the self-fulfilling kiosk. Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, I can't follow directions, so there you go.
you can't
Matthew, you've
follow
been lost
directions
as last
as
year's
you.
Easter egg.
Yeah, you can't follow directions as you ship out things every week.
Oh, that's easy because I've gotten used to, it's just on eBay, free plug. You do it through the app. So you print out, you use your own labels because it's discounted. You save about $1.50 on shipping. And so it just prints out and you just put it on there and the mailman takes it away. There's not a lot of,
Okay, so you do.
not a lot of thinking.
So then you're the one who. Is it the mailbox flag up when you
Oh,
stuff?
absolutely.
Okay.
The mailman hates me. He actually knows who I am. And so before I got the P.O. box where I would buy the cards and then send them out like graded and stuff, he would just like stop in front of the house and just come up with all these rubber band packages. And he's like, "What is this in here?" And so I told him, and he's like, "Oh, I used to collect baseball cards back in the days." And then we had some small talk, and he went on his way. And so I write him a little Christmas card every year, or cookies, or whatever. Like, thanks for picking up my packages.
I'm impressed. I actually knew which way the flag was supposed to be. So.
Never seen it. Don't know it.
Never,
These are going to be shirts that we are going to have to
never
patent.
seen it, and I think I've only been in or I guess only shipped or / returned one thing maybe in my entire life, and that was when I was in college is like my textbooks, and I think I struggled. I didn't know what I was doing at all. It's like,
So
again, especially I never return stuff either because I just don't want to deal with the hassle.
it's like if you're at the restaurant and you get the wrong order.
Exactly.
Like your mom, Landon. I'm just kidding. We're not gonna attack family on here. But she has sent many of plates back to the kitchen.
I'll believe you on that, but yeah.
Aunt Michelle, if she's listening, we still love her.
I'm still.
I don't know. She likes it's either not too hot or it's not too warm. I don't know.
No, I'm still in love with the golden memory of my youth when they took me to a Charlie's and she requested a ramekin of these two condiments. Is it mustard and mayo? Maybe?
Mustard.
Yeah,
mustard mayo, right?
Yep.
For the fries, right? For the win?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Because it's so much harder just to ask for honey mustard.
Oh.
Boom.
You've just blown my mind.
I've tried it. It's basically honey mustard.
So, so does she do honey mustard or does she still do this crazy concoction?
No, she still does it.
Okay.
I mean, but again, I'm not saying it's not bad. It just tastes really, really similar to honey mustard.
Yes.
So it's like, I just rather, unless you just want to do it for fun, or just get honey mustard. It tastes basically the same thing.
I don't care for any of those condiments I just mentioned or we're talking about, but I was like 10 years old, man. That was a long time ago, and I was like,
yeah. I mean, that would have made me 5 and Landon in heaven, as the kids say.
Yeah.
The girls say, like, before I got here, they transported from heaven to planet Earth. They're like, I was just hanging out with Jesus. I'm like, what are you talking about here?
Did you tell them that they were flying around?
I didn't tell them anything. I say that's it.
The storks were
I
flying
said that's
around.
at the end. That's at the end. I don't know, man. When you guys come to visit, you'll have to have a theological debate. What was there at the beginning? So, oh man, I'll wrap up with this Amazon story here, and then we'll kind of move on to bigger business here. But did you know that Amazon or that Kohl's? Shout out to Jessica Yeomans here, former employer. They take back Amazon packages, but instead of giving you real money, you get like coupons. So I'm thinking like, oh, that's cool. They take it. And Sarah's like, no, they just give you the coupons kind of thing. You don't get like real money. You just get discounts like to go back in and buy like some of their stuff. I don't know if I'm getting that totally right, but
No.
you can Google it.
It sounds about right.
You get your refund from the return, right? And then they just give you a little coupon to shop in the store.
Okay. Well, there's a Kohl's
Yeah,
right
they're
over
not
here.
going to pay you back for like $150 or whatever, and like $150 in Kohl's bucks. That would be terrible.
I mean, I'd be ordering
absolutely
packages.
terrible.
I mean, I'd be ordering package just to send it back for the discount or whatever. Then.
Yeah, no. I think it's no. But they used to do it. I don't know if
I've never done it.
I
Me personally,
We really
all
need
of my
fact checks.
stuff.
I think that's historic. They still do it. I don't know.
Hold on. You got to load up the Google machine here. Kohl's and Amazon. Kohl's.
I know that. Yeah, and
Amazon return. Amazon returns at Kohl's does that. Yes, they accept eligible Amazon returns at all U.S. stores, excluding Anchorage, Alaska. Oh, Anchorage is a nice place. You can return items with or without a box or label. Kohl's will package and ship the return to Amazon free. Okay. So how to return an Amazon item to Kohl's. You go to returns and orders section of the Amazon app or website. This is already sounding like too many steps. Select the item you want to return, click return or replace the items, enter a reason for your return, select your return payment method, choose Kohl's from the drop-off location. So yeah, so you just wait till it gets back into the cart, I guess, at Amazon to get your money back.
Yeah, I don't
know. Never done it. I've never shop at Kohl's.
I knew it. He's like, what is this Kohl's you speak of?
So the customers. Wow, I wish we had customers and guests and listeners. So our subscribers out there, we're gonna, when we get a little bit bigger, so we need more subscribers and get a website. We're going to have shirts patented around the gambler here that with his fancy trends of, I don't know this family member or my others. I've never seen it. If you're talking about movies, or I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm very.
All your favorite phrases. We can make them on hats. We can make them on buttons. We can make them on anything. So yeah. Well, we'll transition into funnier topics.
I'm
I guess.
Very isolated and very much to my little own world.
You know who's in their own world? I mean, we're about to talk about sports and bad weeks and stuff. I mean, with this freaking time change. But whoever the designer of these Texas Ranger logos, and I mean, we're not going to get graphic here, but you can go Google it. And they've since been taken off. But essentially, you spell Texas Texas, but their logo is a T. So you put it where the X is, and now let your imagination fly, and you can go Google it.
Yeah, spelling bee winners and champions such as myself got it quickly.
I saw another one today when the Angels had it. And yeah. Very confused. Yeah.
Who did this? Who is the person that okayed this?
And don't forget the Oakland A's won. You know. The double L.
Well, they're not using the Oakland though, right?
Well,
are they just
but they still used, or like there's still a graphic out there that was being sold before. But yeah, very. I don't know. I feel like people who need to get like a second like look over, maybe a third look over. Grab somebody who's very like inappropriate and see what's the first thing that comes to mind when they see this.
Or if you're in that, I'm sure there's gonna be some job openings if you're in.
Yeah.
Oh man. So not a good week on the logos and the hat sales and the MLB.
No, I'm pretty sure they had great sales. It's just not probably the way they wanted.
Look it up, kids. I mean, with
maybe
your
not
as long as you're an adult.
PG-13.
PG-13. So there you go. Oh man. Well, it's an exciting time. We've just finished up the combine. We're almost to hit NFL draft season. And March Madness
at free agency, correct?
We're in free agency.
Not
Yeah,
for free.
yeah.
It is not free.
It is not. And if your name is Cooper, it's been a bad week. So Cooper Cup. We'll start with the NFL on that. He is no longer a Ram. I mean, we've seen some wild stuff going
32,
on.
right? 32.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah. He's a perfect
he's 32.
perfect selection for the Titans without any quarterback. So
Wait, Cooper Cup is 32.
Yeah.
he's up there.
Why was I thinking he was like 20? Like,
Because you don't know him.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You
was a
can
very
give me
great,
the fact check.
like
You
fancy.
can fact check me.
No, yeah, he'll be 32 in June 15th.
Before the season like commences.
Yes.
I just remember maybe it's just been that way long since I played like serious fantasy football. I remember having him and he was going off.
Yeah, but then he's consistently hurt, which is nuts.
Maybe that's why I'm like forgetting like how old.
That's right.
I remember breakout, great years, and then just injured.
MVP of the Super Bowl, or
I think something like that. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, so you guys know my fandom. It's a little bit fluid, but living in the Cincinnati area, you got to root for the Bengals, and he broke the Bengals' hearts in that Super Bowl.
That was a 21. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. 20. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
21. Yeah. I'm still over the fact he's that old, like, or is that old.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, but he just can't stay on the field.
Yeah.
That's problematic. And I mean, imagine if he were to go to the Colts. I mean, okay.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
I mean, what is happening there in Indianapolis? I know Nashville has been dumpster firing, but it's starting it's starting to be a dumpster smolder, like in Nashville. It's not
Cooper Cup was the MVP, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a good catch.
Wait.
Sorry, I cut you off. Now the listeners are gonna be like, "What is happening? Who's talking?"
Right.
Go for it.
We talking about Tennessee, or are we talking about Indy?
Indy, yeah. You go. You give me your take on Indy.
Go first, because you have the two lowest passer ratings on your roster right now. But don't worry, I used to be a fan and my fluid fandomness, and I came back because my hatred. I just couldn't do it after Andrew Luck was gone.
Okay, so that's why you stopped.
Well, first I liked the Titans, and then I was mad that Jeff Fisher was gone, and I rode the coattails of Peyton Manning. And then I was like, all right, I'll give Andrew Luck a shot. Peyton, won the Super Bowl, and then after he retired. And then I was over it. And then the Titans, I was done trying to battle Christopher in the Brother Bowls, so I came back.
Those are the most fun, though. Whenever you have a friend and y'all get to have a little fun rivalry.
Yeah, but then it just made sense to just ride all the Tennessee teams. I can't be like right all over the map.
It was fun, though. The Brother Bowls were fun. Like, that one game that we went to, the soggy bowl, the Titans Colts. Matthew Durham.
That was one of Reggie Wayne's last year, right?
Wayne, yeah. We saw him trot downfield, do some things. We preceded the game by going to Hooters.
I think we went to Hooters. Yes. I have a funny story about Hooters. I don't want to steal your thunder, but real quick, we were going to church last week, and there's a Hooters like right before you get to church. And Ellie,
what a great placement!
Well, we go by. She goes, "There's Hooters," and I'm like, "What do you know about Hooters?" So Claire thinks it's like a Dunkin' Donut. She's like, "Why are you guys laughing?" And then Ellie thinks it's just a place where they wear crop tops, and she doesn't know. Like, she's like, that's just a place where they just serve food in crop tops. I wonder if Mark Crouch got in her ear on that.
Yeah.
But it was funny. She was like, "There's Hooters."
Yeah.
On the way to the holy place.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Still so innocent.
Yes. So. But yeah, I think we did end up at the Hooters that day.
Yeah. All right. Circling back to Landon's.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. It's like we're like stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's like we're trying so hard to be good, but at the end we're just so mediocre. But like we're too good to tank, and like actually be bad.
You got a lot of weapons on offense if you use them right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, personally, I'm more of like a Josh Dobbs and like Alec Pierce. Like, I'm not that big of a fan of like Michael Pittman. I don't.
Okay.
He's. I don't know. I don't know if he's just boring or what to me, but I don't get it. Like, he has some good games, but like to me, he's just a very average receiver. But and then obviously, Jonathan Taylor, star-studded running back.
I'm wondering about him though. Is he gonna like? What's his contract look like?
He just re-signed last year, or because
Because didn't he hold out for a
yeah,
little bit?
yeah, he held out for like 4 games, which that was a struggle bus. But and then yeah, he eventually re-signed. I'm not sure about contract details or anything. That stuff I don't care about. As long as I just want them on the team. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's weird. Like maybe it is just a solid quarterback is all we need, and like to take us over the top. Because like defense is solid. Like we just signed uh who was the guy from like the 49ers? Like Ward.
You making up things?
No, I'm not. I don't know. Something Ward. I can't remember off the top. And we just signed like one of the safeties from the Vikings last year who did all the dancing stuff. With his partner who they had the famous just dancing moments from like like TV shows or movie scenes that I've obviously never heard of. But yeah, so like great. We've had a couple decent signings, and then we get Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones.
I like. Can we not just get another veteran just to keep teaching Anthony Richardson? I don't.
Anthony Richardson, he is built like a freak, and you can't say things like tap in your helmet and
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you gotta get out there and just sling it.
like keep a good veteran to teach this guy how to be a quarterback. Because, like, if he just be a little bit accurate with his throws, like he can be amazing. Like, he's either an all or nothing type of guy. Like, one play he'll have a 70-yard touchdown pass, and then he'll have like 7 straight incompletions. But then there's gonna be that other, another 50-yard touchdown pass to keep. Oh, we have hope. We have hope. And then have a running touchdown. But then everything else besides them exciting plays is garbage. I don't know. Just one more consistency. And
I tell you what, they're backing up the brakes truck for this thing, man. Travarius Ward,
thank you.
50 more.
No, there you go.
$54 million. It's up to $60 million. 3 years.
Yes,
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't think of the safe. I just remember he was from Minnesota that we signed. But yeah, like we signed some key guys on defense because we have Jonathan Taylor. I'm a big Josh Downs. Like I love speed guys, and Alec Pierce our deep threat, and I guess our very average to me Michael Pittman, which some people see as a star, but.
Well, I saw him shred the Titans, man. So I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not saying much though.
I like Downs. I thought you said Josh Dobbs at first. I was like, what? What's he doing? Space rocketing around. No. Downs. Yeah.
So we have solid wide receivers. For some reason, I mean, if he's even still on the team, like our 6'7" tight end, Mo Ali Cox, he does not get used enough at all, in my opinion. Like you have a huge target. Why is he not getting every deep ball or jump ball? It's just the quarterback play. It's just, and then we think Daniel Jones is the answer. I mean, I know he was on the Giants, and everybody who goes there besides Eli Manning is a dumpster fire. But,
yeah. Yeah, but I mean Richardson. I mean, what are we doing there? I mean, he's a talent, but
again, very boom or bust type of guy.
Yeah. What's this Cameron Bynum too? They added $60 million also. The secondary is going to be a thing, man. Is that what you're just talking about?
Yeah, that guy from Minnesota. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Minnesota's turnover defense /
Gosh, man. Like the AFC South, like trying to be relevant. We'll see,
yeah, it's like
Yeah, you might get lucky though on defense. I mean,
yeah, cause it's so weird. Like on paper, the AFC South can be one of the toughest divisions, but it just never works out with especially C.A. Stroud last year before the season happened with uh, Mayo Man and Trevor Lawrence,
Yep.
and then I mean, somewhat. I mean, again, last year was the first kind of full season for Anthony Richardson because he only played 4 games his rookie season before getting hurt, and most of this second season, half the time it seemed like he was hurt.
I think they're done with the Anthony Richardson experiment there. I feel like they're moving
it's just
on.
the same because he was a top 5 pick for us.
Yeah.
Don't worry. The Titans do it all the time.
And
Will
guess
Levis
what?
about to go kick rocks.
This time next year, if we're fortunate enough, our 17 followers will experience this. Talking about how Cam Ward was like, oh, what a bust, man. I tell you,
I'm really sad. I gotta buy the cards and sell them real quick on the eBay.
Get in, get out.
Yeah,
get in and get out. That's what. Yes, I tried it. It's really everybody's all like, how much money are you bringing in cards? My God, man, it's just trying to do a side hustle. I can't teach things, and so a lot of it is just kind of figuring out for yourself. And I don't have time for that. Man, I barely have time to try to meet up with our audience here every week. So and do a real job.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, man, it doesn't matter how much people ask how much I make on my side. I was like, man, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm surviving. That's all I care about.
Yeah, it's like you have this little hack. You have like this little money making scheme, and you're like, I don't really want to tell you, like because it's mine. I figured it out because here's the deal, guys. You don't have a boss that's telling you how to do it, and that's the magic. And I can tell you as a person who I do have a boss, obviously, but we're collaborators. I mean, it's not all corporate, and figuring it out for yourself is way harder than it looks. Sometimes you just want to go to work, clock in, and get paid every 2 weeks. But, hey, the freedom of not having that is a choice. And, man, I duly accept it and encourage it for those who want to dive in. But yeah, if you got a side hustle, go for it, man. And right now, guys, the McGrouchville is not a side hustle. This is for funsies.
It is for funsies. But check back in 5 years if you're still hanging out with us.
That's right. When we sell it for
we'll give you some swag. The Never Seen It shirts. They'll be in print at that time, and we can dream big. I mean, I'm sure I don't know which slogan that is, but we'll use all the jargon.
Who has the Titans even done anything exciting?
They let me tell you who they signed. A guy who gave up like a lot of sacks last year. What's the guy from the Steelers they just picked up on the O-line?
Moore?
What?
Dan Moore?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's terrible.
He's not terrible. I'll tell you why. Because he's available, Matthew. He played every game last year and most of the games the year before and most of the games the year before that. That's why he has his numbers skewed, because he was there on the field. Yeah. And don't you think Russell Wilson was dancing around the pocket trying to be 2012 Russell Wilson? Yeah.
According to the Reddit forum, 16 sacks, of which 12 were Moore's fault.
Nah.
That can't be right, because Russell Wilson was on the ground a lot. So
yeah, because Russell Wilson, that's where he prefers. Yes.
You know what? He's going to be the quarterback of the Titans.
I know. As soon as the air clears on this, is he still out there in the ether?
Yeah. Who's that? What
is Russell Wilson? He's still
he's still hanging out. Yeah. He's not.
But you're not seeing the big picture. There's now 2 proper tackles.
Whatever happened to the Peter? I can never say his last name.
He's not a tackle.
He's not even on the field. What's he doing?
Stronsky?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing stuff. Just trying to protect that jar of mayo.
Availability is the best ability, though.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
All right, look at this guy throwing
coming in, supporting some AFC South brethren there. Yes.
I don't know what the Jags are doing though. I can't tell you. I like how we're just focusing on the whole division here.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's all we know, man.
It's hard. Yeah, it's all we know. I mean, only thing I know is somehow the Steelers are getting players with DK Metcalf, but yet they don't have anybody to throw the ball to.
They will. They're going to have.
They will. Yeah, I do think they need to draft Will Howard. I think he's getting a lot of he's just not getting a lot of love, and I heard he had a pretty crappy combine, but I do think he could turn into like a Bo Nix. I mean, are you just you need some? If you got a lot of weapons around you, you can do it. You can do some stuff.
I mean, I can see that. Again, as an Ohio State guy, like Will Howard pissed me off a lot. I'll say it. I don't know. Again, maybe.
I mean, how about the Cleveland Browns and picking up Kenny Pickett? I know that's an AFC North shout out, but
I did. I mean, we're all technically on the AFC North with the Steelers, but
yeah. How many quarterbacks?
Well, because we don't care about the Texans because they're going to win the division again.
They're set.
Cleveland Browns have 95 quarterbacks on their depth chart now, don't they?
Yes. My favorite though is how they just grabbed up Myles Garrett. I mean, he was like, I hate it, blah blah blah.
Money talks.
Money. I mean, if anything you learn out there, kids.
I mean, that would have been
that's what it is.
I mean, they had to have some type of hope. I mean, that would have been like if they get them trading Luka Doncic.
So what do they do with Deshaun? Is he? I know he blew out his leg again. I mean, do you just say don't come back? We're going to pay you all this money. Just please don't enter anything the premises.
I would think so. I mean, pretty much if you can't make it in Cleveland, well, I guess not really because there's the whole Baker.
If you can't make it in Cleveland, dude, that's where quarterbacks go to die. Like,
well, I'm saying it's like, if you can't make the Cleveland Browns like somewhat talented, or I don't want to say talented, but like somewhat competitive, there's no room in the league for you. But then I forgot Baker Mayfield, who turned into a pretty decent quarterback in Tampa. So, but I also thought about the Panthers are a dumpster fire right now too with their quarterback situation. So
I don't know. You said the Panthers?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Bryce Young he started to pick up some steam at the end. I mean, he had a really good game against Kansas City. I mean, the way they were losing towards the end wasn't like they weren't getting just blasted. I do think they might be one of these sleepers for 2025. And then you can come back and listen to this and I can be like Clay Travis and say, I told you all so. And I was right on everything. Or this is the worst.
The Chiefs kept every game close. So it's not, to me, it's not really.
Except for the last one.
Yep.
Except for the last
Except for the one that actually mattered.
We just lost 3 Chiefs fans.
There you go. They were all of our fan base. Oh man, I don't have any good like how Stephen A. Smith can just go on the NBA train and land in. I got to brush up, and when I'm in the off season here in the NFL, it's hard to keep up with all this stuff. But in Cincinnati land and still with the AFC North, the big watch is what are they going to do on Trey Hendrickson? I mean, that would be a big win if somebody could offer a deal for the Bengals because I mean they already franchised him. Was that?
I thought they locked him down.
I might have to fact check this one.
He requested a trade.
He wants to be in Cincinnati, but I mean they've got to do an offer. Like if they get a trade, it's got to be a really good.
Gotcha.
Make it worthwhile. I mean that's obviously the goal for everybody, but
for sure.
I mean they just tendered T. Higgins. I mean.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna have to pay all these guys.
Higgins is locked down for a year, right? Yeah.
Yes, that's back-to-back years. He's gotten the old tender, so he's gonna be. They've got to figure out how to pay these guys. First they got to figure out how to get to the playoffs. I mean, we know they're going to lose the first couple of games, and then they try to make a run.
Yeah,
So
that is so weird. Like I actually literally bet against the Bengals like week 1, like money line, like plus like 310 for on pay.
you will win every year.
Yeah, exactly.
There's your free gambling advice.
Yes.
Go ahead and lock it in.
Yes, for some reason they're like the Colts. They never win week 1. Even when we were really good, we played Jacksonville week 1 several years.
Oh yeah, that was even like the Peyton Manning days. They would just kind of goof around that first game and then turn it up.
Yeah, it's so weird.
But there you go. We forgot about the Ravens. They're signing more Titans players. So.
Some shock there. Who'd they get? Oh yeah, that's it. Plus they got DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
I mean, is DeAndre Hopkins like done though? Because like he obviously didn't work out in Tennessee, which no shock there. But then he was.
They didn't have a quarterback.
But then he went to Kansas City and he really didn't do much.
He caught a pass in the Super Bowl.
It's DeAndre Hopkins. Like one pass, that's what a fifth stringer should at least be able to do.
I don't know. Sky Moore, he did not catch any passes.
Okay, so fourth string. Again,
we've beaten up on the AFC North here now. Punching bags here.
I get 2 divisions we know most.
Yeah, there you go. We'll give you more on the NFC side next week. No, we won't, because we might have to give it 2 weeks before we do an episode.
I mean, for some crazy how 49ers went from so powerful to pretty much getting rid of all their guys.
Where did Debo go?
Where did he go? Oh, Washington.
That's going to be a stellar.
I'm like 99% sure, but I'm checking.
Nope, that sounds right. Wikipedia.
Yeah, Washington. Okay. I just want to make sure. And then plus another. I guess it's still AFC, but Joey Bosa getting cut.
Oh yeah.
Right.
All these dudes, they are.
Man, it's so sad. Like he had so much promise, but he just always hurt and always complaining about his contract.
And you know what's crazy, Landon? We give you a lot of grief on like your age and hating work, but at your age, you would be like an old veteran in the NFL, like almost done.
Oh,
you would.
Yeah, and meanwhile, y'all have LeBron at y'all's age still putting the doubles.
Don't try to transition into a sport we don't like. I'm just kidding. We like basketball, but I don't know.
I'm just saying, I had to bring somebody up who was actually talented at that age.
I am saying, you killed my hopes today, though. We were firing off on the outside of the normal chat about the Grizzlies, and you made me sad that they're trying to tank. Because I said I just want them to get past the first round.
Well, they're not trying to tank. They're trying.
Trying to get to that lower.
Yeah, because AFC I said AFC. Oh, quick segment. We can go back to football. It's like NFC. What? Oh my gosh! The West.
This guy.
The West in NBA is like a cluster, whereas like it seems like any team can beat anybody except for the Thunder. So like everybody's just trying to fight for whatever matchup they think they can win. So like teams are fighting whether they want to move up or move down.
I did not realize how bad the Jazz were until I knew they were bad, but I didn't realize they were a 15-51 team. I said 15-50 today, but they're pretty terrible. Pretty putrid.
Is, if they actually play their players, they're not that bad, but they want to sit everybody because they want to get. Oh gosh, I'm about to transition back to basketball, but because they want that number 1 pick to try to get a franchise. Because again, if they played all their players, they'd be average, but they were trying to get Cooper Flag, who unfortunately got really hurt today. But
we are just transitioning on here.
No, transition back to football.
No, we'll finish up the football and then finish
Okay.
up on the basketball here.
So with Joey Bosa going to the Bills now, are they finally going to beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship?
No,
No. Okay.
it's the Bills. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Like
Because
did the Eagles solve the Chiefs by hey, let's just get a whole bunch of D linemen and
I think
break
let's
them?
get through the draft and see what they do on the receiver thing. And does Rasheed Rice come back? And does Xavier Worthy, can he stay out of the legal trouble? I mean, I guess
Oh,
there's more to the story than we know, but
I mean, there
it
always
sounds
is.
like if you're a Chiefs rookie receiver, watch out for the offseason.
Yeah.
But there's some guys. I mean, they can scoop up. I think on that to brush up the wide receiver. I mean, you're going to eventually need another tight end. Uh, once Travis Kelce, I mean, he can't have much more left.
I mean,
So
he didn't even do much last year. Like that's probably it felt like I don't know stats wise, but it felt like one of his worst seasons in a long time at least.
I mean, I know that's going to take a while for the Titans to be up there. If it can't be the Bengals, I'm okay with the Bills getting past there. It would be a nice love story to exit the Kelsey and T Swift out and see what old Josh Allen does.
Wonder how the ratings will be after that.
They'll get the football guys back. It'd be fine. This is fine.
But what about all the other probably 50% of the world
That'll be
that all of them Travis Kelsey jerseys gone or sales?
I mean, they'll still listen to their podcast, not ours, but they'll listen to the Kelsey brothers, and then they'll still put some eyeballs out there.
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot over here. Christopher, you got any other insights on that?
Any last thing before transitioning?
No, Les just got home, so I was letting the dogs bark and carry on. So yeah, it was like perfect timing. Yeah. No, the Bills. I mean, they just perpetually get the door shut, slammed. So Bosa could help though. I mean, we'll see. Like you said, what's the draft? What will come of the draft? And we still have so long because it's every day we're speculating through free agency, like what's gonna happen.
Man, I don't know. It's still a thrill. Like the Super Bowl just happened 1 month ago, basically. And
Feels like a lifetime.
Yeah, and we're already and football is already relevant. Like they take a break. There's still 5 more months before. I mean, before like football season officially starts. So it's like
sure. I mean, we haven't even got baseball underway yet, hey, Selection Sunday is Sunday, so.
Hey, yes. By the time this recording hits, we'll know the teams, and we're probably not going to catch back up to you until probably the Elite Eight or Final Four.
That's right. Yeah, good news is on the way. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully good news for Cooper Flag.
Yeah, I mean, I said it's a bad week of being a Cooper. I mean, we had the freaking time change. We've had Cooper. If your name's Cooper, it's bad. I mean, we're in a freaking lunar eclipse season, apparently. So I don't know what's going on. It's like bizarro world. So at the time of this recording, I guess what happened? I had to turn the game off because I had to actually do real stuff. So walk me through this Cooper Flag. Who is he for the audience, and what the heck happened to him?
I mean, it doesn't even look like it wasn't okay. Cooper Flag, basically, the next LeBron James. Technically, he's supposed to be a senior in high school right now. Meanwhile, he's the best player in college basketball as a freshman. Basically, a 17, maybe 18. I'm not sure his age. And yeah, basically, NBA teams have been tanking all years trying to get him because he's supposed to be the next franchise player and everything. And yeah, pretty much led Duke to a super dominant season, and everything. And then now in the ACC tournament round, whatever, ACC, not the whole March Madness thing. Meanwhile, they were looking pretty bad. He's kind of having bad stats game as well before this happened, but they were down I think like 8 in like halfway, I think through the first half, and he just goes up for a rebound, and just comes down, and his ankle just gives out.
Saw him on the wheelchair.
Yeah, but I mean, good thing he did like walk back to the bench though, so like that's good news. That's so he was at least out there and like didn't have to like rush to the hospital or anything.
Your cousin's going to be giving you a lot of grief because they play North Carolina tomorrow, so it'll be Friday before the selection Sunday.
Couch
so
coach is going to be engaged. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Locked and loaded on that.
It's so weird, North Carolina being so bad. Like they pretty much, I've heard they pretty much have to win the ACC tournament for them to get into the big tournament.
I think they'll be fine. I mean, Xavier's kind of on that bubble thing too, but I mean, if they beat Duke tomorrow, they're going to be in.
Yeah, but that's the same. Like they're like the first 4 out, I think, from what I heard,
Yeah.
or like last 4 in, one of them 2 teams.
You don't know until Sunday. No, I get it. I mean, we play literally hopscotch to drive yourself crazy. I mean, right now in Cincinnati area, that's what we're all looking at. Xavier, and they lost today in a heartbreaker against freaking Marquette. They couldn't. The second half. Just go back and look at the box score. I mean, they lost 89-87 today. They were up by 10 at halftime. So
it's so weird. Like it feels like it's almost like a holiday time. Like basketball is being played all day, but it's during like the work week, so it's like kind of sad because like I'll say for most people like they're not able to watch it unless you call out sick or do other methods. So it's like it's so weird. I didn't even know that there was games being played today, or like in the morning, I'll say. And then I was honestly confused when you sent the text like Cooper Flag hurt. I was like, what? And yeah.
there you go. Well, in Nashville, where you guys are, you got the SEC tournament going on right now. So I mean, Tennessee plays tomorrow. So
yeah,
I think I'm okay.
So, but that's nothing new.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess right now, Kentucky, they are not right now. They will be playing Oklahoma. I was getting people at work like, "Hey, you gonna watch a Kentucky game?" Again, I'm not a fan, so I'll keep up, I guess, just the box score. But usually, I get frustrated when our teams lose. But I think I'm kind of okay with Tennessee not trying to make a run in this SEC tournament. I think if they can get like a 2 seed, I'll be happy. I'm always scared of the 1 seed, even though you want to be the best.
You've been preaching this for weeks now, and
I know.
I mean, like how often does like a 1 seed even win though? So like,
it's so rare.
That's the
it's
thing.
so rare.
Yeah, that's kind of like, oh, you're the top dog. Everybody's gonna give you your best shot. Meanwhile, if you're like the 2 or 3, it's like okay. I mean, you still don't get a good game, but it's like maybe they won't give like the best effort compared to the everybody wants the number 1. So
I do have the Mark Crouch Maryland Terrapins representing hat today, so they'll go up in the Big Ten against Illinois tomorrow.
Oh, speaking of that, like I guess like 2 of the other big prospects in Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper, their teams aren't even making the big tournament. Meanwhile, they're going to be drafted top 5, which is crazy and sad to think about. You can't see some of the best players in the country in a big tournament.
Should have tried harder. I don't know. It's easy for me to say. I'm not athletic. I can just watch. So I mean, it'll be exciting. I mean, hopefully we all get together next week and can watch all the action and give. But yeah,
are we gonna try to do an episode next week or?
I don't know. Let's say if we do another one in 2 weeks, it'd be around the Sweet 16 thing. So we'll have all of our predictions now we can come back and make fun of. So I don't really have a prediction as far as a team that I'm thinking could make a run. I mean, obviously my heart's with Tennessee, but they rarely get past the Sweet 16. So I don't know. Do you have any you have any contenders out there that you think is just gonna take over?
I mean, I know a lot of people are on Florida. I've been hearing.
Florida's.
I know that they play once or twice against Tennessee this year.
They split with Tennessee, but they blew out Tennessee.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I mean, they've got the history. They've won two basketball titles. So
yeah.
And the Billy Donovan era. Was that the Billy Donovan? Got to fact check me on that.
Yeah, sounds about right. The 2007, 2008 run, I'm pretty sure, or 2006. It was back to back.
There you go.
Whenever Al Horford was there,
you can go back and fire it up. That's a solid pick. I think that's a solid
Yeah, so I don't know. I also really like the Arkansas team with Coach.
Tennessee smoked those guys, but freaking Calipari and his nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, maybe probably don't pick them because Calipari, he's known for.
I know he does have a title though.
I mean, he has a title, but he also has a lot of first round exits to upsets.
If I had to go family sentimental, my brother-in-law, he graduated from Michigan State, so I don't know. I think they at least get to the Final Four. They got that caliber to get there, so we'll see. I mean, all these picks can blow up. So
yeah, blow up.
Chris, you getting skin in the game on this?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that our listeners becoming very familiar with Landon's Forty chess, level of sports knowledge.
News that you just don't care about. We've just wrapped it all in basketball package.
But then it's wrapped up with the just never ceasing amazement of who is in his family tree. I mean, literally, I'm sure listeners this guy knows people I've never heard of, but he doesn't know his second uncle or his. I mean, who knows his second uncle? But yeah, who it's amazing. Yeah, we'll have to do a deep dive in
and he's never seen a movie ever.
Episode 54 of McGrouchville. We'll address.
Maybe I'll know more people that actually seen movies.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, we got a lot to look forward to. I mean, we'll give it a little bit of rundown. We might do maybe like we did with the hockey, maybe watch a tournament game and kind of give some live reactions.
Could be a thing. Yeah, could be a thing. Yeah.
So we will also take audience suggestions. We've been free flowing, seeing how things are going. So right now in the Crouch household, we're dealing with the strep throat strap. So maybe we'll do a whole episode on why does my family always get viruses, and you guys seem to continue to persevere. Is that a family thing? Is it a dad thing? I don't know. But any last Jerry Springer final thoughts, shout outs, anything else we didn't cover that we want to close up shop with?
Let's go Daniel Jones, I guess.
Oh my
Let's go Daniel Jones. Let's ride.
He might be traded in the draft before then. It might be.
What if he has a Sam Darnold moment, though? I mean, I know Darnold signed a crap ton of money in Seattle, but what if he does?
You know what? If he has the Sam Darnold type of year, I'd be totally okay with that.
What happens to Anthony Richardson, though? I don't know. He's probably took himself out.
He gets tired. He gets
tired. What if Will Levis rises up like a phoenix and just figures out how to throw and gets back with us
for
4 INTs, 2 pick sixes?
I don't think he'll be.
Gigi, I mean, it was a joke when I said get me the jersey, and now it's just there. I'm gonna have to,
sir. Mm-hmm.
I'm stuck with it. I'm gonna have to find. Hopefully, Cam Ward gets drafted with the same number.
Some cards.
Yeah. Just be like, surprise! Here you go.
Yeah.
There you go. They'll burn it and be like, I don't want this, and then they'll give me a bad rating. This guy gave me.
You don't want to do the whole return to Cole thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to stick it out like a relationship. You don't want to just pass it around. It makes sense for me to stay with all the Tennessee roots, even though being in Ohio, because I can root for the Titans, and then when they stink it up, I'll go for the Bengals, and when they can't make the playoffs, then I just root for whoever America goes for at that point.
Very fan fluid.
Or could you just take my route and just chose whoever won the championship the first year that you watched the sport?
Wait, what is that?
Or you could have just took my route and chose whoever won the championship of.
Yeah, when you did it, or just
season.
choose the entire city of Boston.
That,
so there you go.
Yeah, that just somehow lucked out with the 2004 Red Sox, the 2006 Colts, and the 2008 Celtics.
Whew.
It just somehow it worked out that way.
It would be fine if the freaking Colts way back never aligned into the AFC South. If they would have stuck it out in the AFC East, but the freaking Texans were coming in, being created,
things I didn't know
ruined
about.
everything. Patent pending on those shirts, on the sayings.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
Coming. Yeah.
They are coming. Oh man, do you want to? Yeah, I mean, this time I'm sure we'll be saying, Russell Wilson, let's ride with the Titans. But that's what I hope doesn't happen. But I'm afraid it will happen.
Kind of like when y'all got Randy Moss. Way past his prime.
Gosh, I remember.
It was nice to say you played there. That's about.
That
would be a fun collection, like of guys like jerseys, or if you're like cards or memorabilia, like guys you didn't realize play for this. Like Allen Iverson had some wacky teams that are out there, and Charles Barkley. I mean, he got passed around a little bit after the Suns and Rockets. I don't know. You might have to fact check that one. I know Shaq got passed around.
Oh, Shaq got
Kenny Lofton.
Shaq got passed around like a blunt after pretty much after his Suns run.
And then he went to do commercials that Christopher hates. So
facts.
Oh, I guess one. So one last. I don't want to end on the.
Nope, you can. You've already started the cliffhanger.
I'm totally forgetting his name now, but. A basketball legend, two basketball legends passed away this past week, in the past 2 days, actually, with, we gotta look at their names.
They're so legendary, they're not even household names.
But, like, they're... Okay. Junior Bridgman. He played for the Bucks back in the day, whatever. But then,
I did hear this
one. And then he later, after his career, he went on and did multiple businesses like fast food and stuff like that. And the only reason I bring this up,
he did the Wendy's thing, right?
Yeah, Wendy's was one, but after his NBA career, he ended up becoming a billionaire through all his businesses. And then Shaq had a whole thing where Junior was his biggest influencer in life because, we all know Shaq. He liked, when his playing career, he liked to blow off money, and then most players, by the time they retire, within 5 years they go broke. So like Shaq learned all his business stuff and why he does so many things from Junior Bridgman. So like that's why he's such a businessman now and why he's in so many commercials.
There you go. Take risk in life, kids.
Yeah.
And then make sure you show up to work, though, until you can figure it out on your own. All right. Chris, any last moments of wisdom?
No, we're looking forward
that's it.
Looking forward to the Bro Down next weekend. And, we may do an impromptu cast. Could be fun.
Maybe not. Maybe a reaction. We'll keep it guessing.
A 15-minute, hey, check this out, and a little teaser. Who knows? I don't know.
Oh yeah, you might even get some actual live reactions and spaz events. So that was episode X, number 10. So we'll keep it rolling.
Latin, Greek, yes.
And Roman numeral.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And with that, we will see you all in the McGrouchville, and be safe and have fun, and make sure you watch a lot of sports and throw any comments in there, even if you want to fight. It's fine with us.